build the foundation for an audience, right? Because if you want to sell a course, you need to have people to sell it to. And so we want to talk, excuse me, want to help people to, not only build a list, but to build an engaged audience. And overall, it's to help individuals that want to build out a way of selling their video content. So you've got our video PLR. You're looking for a way to find people to sell it to. And that's what we want to do in this course. This does not mean that you have to sell inside of the Make Money Online niche. So you don't have to sell to people in JVZoo Warrior Plus. In fact, it's not even made for that. But it works fine for the market. So if you want to use it in order to build an audience inside of I'd say the Make Money Online market, or the JVZoo Warrior Plus or Business Opportunity market, it works fine, right? It probably even works just as well as if you worked outside of that niche or market. And one of the really cool things about this course is that it's going to include some behind the scenes videos. So basically what I did was I recorded some of the process of content creation as well as the launch process. So if you want to perfect your own launch process, you want to perfect your own content creation, you can do that. And you'll be able to do that inside of the 30-day video reseller challenge. Okay, so you can use this course if you want to use it for personal instruction. So you're trying to find a way to sell your own video content. Maybe it's PLR, maybe it's something you created. If you can use it as live training for your subscribers, right? You can use the content for that. You can use it as sales content. So you can sell the course outright. There's a sales page in there. There's a script for a video that you can record yourself in your own voice. You can use it as part of a product. So that's another way that you can use this 30-day video reseller challenge. You can use it as a bonus for something that you're doing. You can even use it as an audio only course. And some people will actually do that. And you can use it as streaming content or a webinar. Because it's taught live, that's one of the really different things about this PLR. It would work fine if you were to use it as a webinar. And so, you can use the behind the scenes videos in order to improve your launch method. And that's a great way to use this content. At least not the course content, but the behind the scenes videos, which again, I mean, it's just a little different of a process that we included in it. So we are recording the live lead magnet right now. So right now we're about to record. And so I won't be taking any questions right now, but of course, if you have any questions, you can write them there in the group, or you can write them. I think that I can see them in YouTube. So you can write them there when you have them, and I will get to them. Okay, so now what we're about to do, I'm going to turn over to the next slide, and I'm going to just kind of, let me just kind of go through this. I've got a headline here. Basically, this is the, engagement portion. This is the agitate problem, right? So we agitate the problem in this slide, and then we solve the problem here. Problem, agitate, solve, classic copywriting in terms of this content. We introduce the solution again, and then we give a call to action, right? Okay, so there's call to action. And that's the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and it should take me about 5 or 10 minutes, because that should really be all that your lead magnet is, just a way to kind of get people hooked in, something that you can use on the opt-in page that is part of the course. So let me go back here. I have a great video course to sell. Now what? Now, here are the typical questions that you'll hear when this is asked. Well, you need a list if you're going to sell your video course, or you need an audience, or maybe you need a following, or you need to sell a product. Some people say that's what you need in order to sell a product. Some people say you need to get people excited and then they'll buy it. Or some people say, well, you need to run ads so you can get people that you can find to get excited, or that you got to really hustle. You got to get people interested. And so when you hear those things, when you hear the answer, you need a list, typically the answer is, or the question that comes up is, well, how do you get one? Someone will say, well, you need an audience. Well, if you don't have a list, then who's your audience? And then someone might say that you need a tribe. Well, are these my Facebook friends? Who is my tribe? And some people would say, well, you need to sell a product. Well, where? If I want to sell my product, how am I going to sell a product? You need to get people excited. Well, what people are these? Or you need to run ads. Well, I don't know what works in terms of ads. And then, some people would say, well, you got to hustle. And you say, well, man, I'm glad to do that, but what do I do? So here's the bad news about trying to find people to sell your video course to. There's no magic bullet, right, to finding the right people and getting in front of them. And just because you build the course doesn't mean anybody's going to come and buy it. I mean, you probably know that already. There's lots of competition in every market or every niche for information. And there's probably people who are already selling courses in the market you want to sell in. There are very few untapped markets or niches. And, the other bad news is that some people are just cheap and they think everything's going to be free and they're never going to buy anything. And they're going to wonder why you want to sell a course on what you're selling in your area of expertise. And here's the other thing that you might consider bad news. Some people tend to only buy from the people they know. Right? That's at minimum. Some people say, you've got to be somebody that people know, like, and trust. But at minimum, they have to know you. And if you don't have anybody knowing you at this point, that might be a difficult point for you to sell your course. But there's good news too. And the good news is you can build the kind of foundation to build trust with people in your chosen market. There are people who will only resonate with you, regardless of how many people there are who have started before you. There are people who don't view you as competition, who are already there, but they view you as their potential partner. And it's possible to find your market by understanding how to build out an audience. There's a video course available that will help you to do just that. The course is divided into 30 sessions. It was taught in front of a live audience. And you can follow the instructor very easily in that course. You can watch or listen for 5 to 10 minutes every single day. And when you finish, you'll know what you should be doing, whether you've sold, purchased, or you're thinking of creating a course. Now, maybe you want to sell your course and you want to find out which way was going to be best for you, right? You'll know that after this course. And you want to find out and you want to know for certain what the most important thing that you need to be doing while you're selling courses. And this course will show you how to do that. So make sure to check the links on this page where you can get more information on the course. Okay, so that's the end of the recording. Of course, this presentation will be inside of your in the member area, so you can give this presentation yourself. And so I wrote it for you to be able to create your own lead magnet. Of course, you can use the recording that I'm going to be editing for you. You can use it if you want to, but I would suggest that you record this over, in your own voice in order to get people interested, in the course on your behalf. Any questions? I think I can see the questions in Facebook. I may not be able to see them elsewhere. I see if I can pull up the Restream chat. I may be able to see them if you have them on YouTube or elsewhere. But other than that, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, what I'll tell you is that you can watch my email at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And then the 30-day video reseller challenge will then be available to you. Okay. So just watch for my email and you'll get access to the course. By the way, this is the last night for introductory pricing for Ultimate Insider. You can still get access at the plrshow.com/Ultimate Insider-ELP. And basically, this is the last night that we're going to have the introductory pricing for the membership. So make sure if you're getting in, that you get in before the clock changes tonight. Okay, so any other questions? Any questions? Does anyone have any questions about the 30-day video reseller challenge? And if you don't, then I will hope to see you tomorrow morning. Okay, so Jim's asking, what is Ultimate Insider? That is the content, that's a monthly content program, Jim. And basically, it is one full funnel. It is all the updates. I'm going to be doing course updates this year. So anybody that's in that program is going to get those updates. I'm giving access to, at least for currently, there's going to be access to a learning center, cloud-based learning center, right? So if you need some place to start putting your video courses, that's going to be there. And then discounts on anything that's not in the membership. So that's what Ultimate Insider is in a nutshell, right? So thanks for asking the question, Jim. Appreciate that. All right, any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, well, I'm going to get out of your hair for tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I certainly appreciate it. Okay, so Jim's asking, do you get the basic and advanced version of the courses that I create? Yes. Front end and upsell. Yep. So anything that so the next course I'm creating is going to be called Streaming Video Playbook. You get the front end and upsell. And that would be true for also for any updates. Yes, sir. All right. Any other questions? Okay, everybody. Well, thank you very much for hanging out with me here again. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care. Okay, so Jim's asking for the upcoming year for 12 months, for as long as you're subscribed. So, it's a monthly thing. So as long as a person is subscribed, I'll be doing, a course during those times. Yep. Good question.